Welcome back, bandits. I'm RedBandit, and this is your ranch for the latest and greatest Red Dead Redemption 2 information, speculation, and more. So you've probably heard the news already yesterday. Yes, indeed, there were more previews about Red Dead Redemption 2. And no, don't worry, there's going to be no spoilers in this video, and there will be no information that you've probably already heard. However, what I will be covering is some of the best highlights from yesterday's information. In the background of today's video, we'll have the 18 new screenshots going through as I talk today, so you guys can analyze those new screenshots as I talk, and I'll get it to transition and zoom into interesting things. And I hope you guys enjoy today's video. If you do, as always, deadeye that like button down below. So I think it's important we start with the biggest highlight of today. There is 1,000 plus NPCs and actors in Red Dead Redemption 2. Rockstar Games seeks out 1,000 unique actors to voice NPCs and various characters throughout the world, which just goes to show why the game is such a sheer size. It's been reported that Red Dead Redemption 2 is 105 gigabytes minimum. Now, most of that is now, of course, down to audio files, no doubt, with these 1,000 NPCs. I think GTA 5 probably had a couple of hundred NPCs, I'm not so sure myself, but of course none of these were interactable to the level that they're going to be in Red Dead Redemption 2. So actually, there was a guy on Twitter, very interestingly, who has seen Red Dead Redemption 2 for the first 5 hours of the game, and that is a warning for you guys. Do not go to IGN's website unless you're willing to take in spoilers. Now, of course, this is going to be spoiler free, but this user over on Twitter was doing an AMA, or Ask Me Anything, basically a Q&A about his experience with the game, and he had some really interesting facts to share with us. So firstly, someone asked him on Twitter, how was the tracking and hunting, and will it feel repetitive, and what's the rewards, are they worth doing it? And so Jake replied saying, it's very deep. You track animals through droppings and tracks, and then you can use eagle vision to see their path. It was definitely fun, and I'm not sure if it will get repetitive. Very interesting in the fact that we're going to be able to track animals through their droppings and other various scenarios like that. I was kind of wondering how that would work, whether it was just limited to footprints, but of course that's some nice small bits of information there for you guys. He went on to say that the 1,000 NPCs felt very unique to him, and you can interact with every single one of them, and they respond differently based on how you act and talk with them, which is of course information we already knew. The last thing I found interesting is that he confirmed that the graphics are just as good as the screenshots and trailers that we've been receiving. It's very common for game developers nowadays to actually dumb down the graphics once the game is released, but it's nice to have confirmation on that anyway. So another huge headline that has come out is also that the old map from Red Dead Redemption 1 is returning. The entire map from Red Dead Redemption 1 is returning to Red Dead Redemption 2. And so there was a Q&A online about that as well, where someone asked, is Armadillo and New Austin in the game? And they responded with yes. After asking Rockstar, they told me the entire map of Red Dead Redemption is also in this game. For that, of course, there are many more areas added. In the 6 hours I played, I only got to see the small part of Blackwater, and even that was already gigantic. 6 hours was not enough to see any other familiar places, which is really, really awesome. We also saw a teaser of Armadillo in the latest gameplay trailer. I'm sure you guys are all aware of that, when the sheriff gets shot in the doorway by these Mexican gangsters. Well, that is taking place in Armadillo's sheriff office. So it then also goes on to explain that the entire map of the game is going to be available from the start, much like GTA 5. If you remember when GTA 5 released, everyone was wondering if it would follow the same structure as previous GTA games, where bridges are locked by police, and if you go into the other islands, well, you get police after you. Well, no, in Red Dead Redemption 2, the entire map will be available from the get-go, and I think that's awesome information. Definitely excited about that. It basically means you guys can explore the entire map and not have to worry about progressing through the story. If you guys are more interested in interacting with, side activities and collectibles and just getting stuck into the world, that's definitely something that's going to please you guys out there who have a play style more oriented towards that. So I just want to quickly point out some of the screenshots that I found particularly interesting, because there is some there that actually catch my eye for some various reasons. Now take a look at this screenshot here of Arthur Morgan about to have a showdown with some unknown character. We'll take a look at his jacket. Doesn't that look familiar to Arthur Morgan's jacket in the next screenshot here? I'll flick between them. There you go. It almost seems identical. Now, I don't want to state anything that of course isn't true, but I'm starting to think that there is a possibility that we get this coat in the story mode through some sort of duel and then we steal it off of this guy. I don't know, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I thought that was interesting. We also see in this screenshot here of Arthur with a rifle pointing towards the camera. There is some lovely engravings there on the weapon, which just goes to show a tiny, small element of the weapon customization that we're going to be able to get. We also get several screenshots of John and Arthur together doing some sort of various activities. In this screenshot here, we can finally see the desert in the background of the screenshot. I have a feeling this may have been taken from the tall trees area in the game, which is very interesting because that may be the lone tree or the hanging tree in tall trees, and in the background we may just be seeing Mexico, or at least a certain part of the desert part of the map, which is really, really awesome. That was our first glimpse now of where the desert is going to be positioned on the map in game, which is definitely awesome. We have Arthur Morgan here with a little doggo, little Moggo. Of course, we can pet dogs in the game, which is also really, really cool. And the other screenshots are pretty much self-explanatory. I've been playing them on screen, but they'll be going through one time over again here for you guys as we finalize this video. So let me know down below, guys, what fact you like the most and what screenshot is your favorite. And I will see you guys in a video slightly later on today. I'm sorry the information in this video wasn't covering all the latest news, but the reason for that is I knew you guys would have already heard that news, so I decided to cover some more interesting stuff that you guys probably didn't find out, which is really cool. I wanted to offer some new information to the table. See you guys in the next one. Stay cool, stay awesome, and adios.